Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. It's Tuesday, July 20, 2015. S&P 500 futures up 0.5%. You saw the weakness we saw yesterday. Pulled down to the lows, had a late day little snap up, and then overnight rallying as China kind of putting the brakes on the sell-off. That was what instigated the sell-off we had here in the U.S. market. Chinese stock were down 8% to start the week. And if you look back, the Greek crisis, the cheeks, I call them, the Greek and China crisis is what led to kind of a consolidation, a pullback here. Ultimately, when that kind of relieved, we moved up to record highs, but it's been a stair-step pattern to the downside ever since. And finally, that stair-step has resulted in a move to the upside. Are we going to recover all these losses? I'll tell you what, if you look from just a little bit of a longer-term time frame, looks like a nice head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders pattern could be underway here, which would lead us again to new all-time record highs. A couple things to watch for would be the VIX. Let's see that VIX break down. You can see it tried to break out yesterday, had a nice gap up. Is it going to get smacked back down as it did? Remember, it was up over 20. Got down under 12, a big smackdown, one of the biggest smackdowns that we've seen in a long time for the VIX. Each time it does try and rally, seemingly it gets smacked down, and we'll see if that's what happens here. Keep an eye on that. Also, look at the small caps. Let's get into the small caps here. The IWM, that 120 level, so key in 2015. It held yesterday. If that's the case here, I think we could see a move up to new record highs here for the small cap. Also, QQQ, if you want to look from a weekly perspective here, and everybody's talking about the market breadth. Oh, no, there's only one stock leading us higher. Look at the QQQ. What's it telling you? The trend remains to the upside until that breaks. And even then, look at the tech wreck of 2014. We had a broadening, descending wedge that ultimately led to higher prices. So if you look, the trend remains to the upside. We're going to have sell-offs in between to scare the bulls and embolden the bears. But if you look back from a 5-year weekly chart perspective, especially since the lows March 2009, the trend remains firmly entrenched to the upside. After the bell today, we have earnings of Buffalo Wild Wings, Yelp, Twitter. Twitter remains clean to this 35 level, actually broke below it. So we'll see if we can get a breakout of it to the upside as we've had in the past, or is this going to be a breakdown? A negative article in the Wall Street Journal talking about Twitter comparing to Facebook. So it's not even a comparison. Facebook reports earnings tomorrow after the bell, and you can see this trend line has held strong. We're going to kind of come back to this trend line at about the $85 level. We're going to break into triple digits. Yesterday, some option action was pointing towards people getting into the $126, $130 calls to $115. So that's a significant move to the upside that people are trying to get ahead of. We'll see if that's what happens after this earnings report tomorrow after the bell. And Thursday, we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn, this chart looks pretty bullish to me. Again, like Facebook, respecting trendline support. And are we going to get a breakout to the upside up to new record levels? A couple analysts bullish on it, a couple negative. So we have a difference of opinion, and I think it'll be resolved tomorrow, Thursday after the bell. Also, we can watch the bond market, which continues to astound and confound. You can look at, I don't even know if that's a word, confound. But if you look up to all trend line resistance, and the last time it hit this trend line, we had a move from 130 down to 115, a $15 move. We're going to get a similar move down to 107. It'd be pretty impressive. So we'll see this morning, actually, the bond market's selling off a little bit. A couple other things to watch. FCX, something I've been talking about for many, many moons, finally breaking down. This in spite of a bounce in gold might continue to trend to the downside. Commodities are getting sloshed. All right, it's supposed to be the market minute. We're into the minutes now. Let's look at S&P 500 futures real quick and see where we are. It's about an hour and 30 minutes before the bell. We have the move up. Again, inverted head and shoulders to new all-time record highs. Well, let's see if we can hold these levels and these gains here this morning. And I think that'll be something to look forward to in the next couple weeks. All right, I'll see you in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com. Everyone have a great trading day. Goodbye.